So today we are going to try and hammer out the last little bit of corn that we have to do. We have about 80 acres left. On Monday, or not Monday, that was yesterday, Sunday, we did about another 80 acres on that 160 we had left. And I didn't have my camera with me then. I had forgot it over the long weekend up at school, so I didn't have my camera. But I will get the last of the corn harvest today, and I want to talk about a few things that I've been lacking since I've been really busy and I haven't had time to go over a few things, so I just want to cover a bunch of things. So along with corn harvest almost being over, a while ago, this machine right here had a little issue. This is a new enough machine where it has DEF fluid. DEF is an acronym for diesel exhaust fluid. It's a fluid that gets injected into the exhaust gases to mix in with the exhaust to kind of get rid of some of the emissions that come out of the exhaust. And so what went wrong with it was the dosing module, and that controls that. It like ejects the DEF into the actual exhaust itself and regulates how much gets injected at a certain point and how much. So this, under this box right here, take these bolts out, and there's a little box in there, a little cover that was in there. Our local case dealership had to come out and do that because that was something we couldn't do ourselves with all the computer issues and technology nowadays. So they had to come on, install it, reprogram it, and get that all working. So we got that guy fixed, and then like I said, we had done some tillage. We demoed that ripper, and we actually have that set up on our 220. Take that back over to Brookings is where we picked that up from. So we're getting ready to take that back. We're doing a couple other things around the yard today. I just got back, or just came down today from class, and the combine had gelled up, so we're working on that right now. And while I'm over here, I might have some time, I'll go over there and show you where the shop is going to be. Also, the pig barn is all finished and we have pigs in it finally. So at some point, whether it be today or in the future, I'll run you up there and show you that and give you a whole tour of the place. Might not be in this video, but at some point I will do a whole tour of the barn. So my dad just got back with the right filter, and me and the man that comes and helps us is a good family friend. His name's John. He took that filter off while I was coming down, and you can kind of see why we're having some issues. This is the fuel water separator filter, and this stuff is gunk from around the outside of the seal, but we had some water in the filter because that thing is heavy. So that froze. That was causing the combine to run a little rough because it wasn't getting any fuel, obviously. So we got a new filter. We're gonna put that on and see if that fixes it. Got the new filter put on, so I think we'll be good to go. So we got that filter in, got the combine up and running. They're heading out to the field right now. It's only the home quarter out back here. It's just the quarter right to the north of that, so we're not terribly far away at all. And then right now, like I said, we got this ripper hooked back up to the 220, so we can truck it over to the to where we picked it up from, return it to its owner. We decided we are just going to demo this. Like we said, we just gonna demo it. We really liked how it worked, how it ran in the ground, and we're gonna see what kind of results it produces in the springtime and next fall. And if we like the results, then we will probably end up purchasing one. So that's the story with that. Now over to this over here. Everything here is for the shop. The shop is basically already here. All the steel, I guess I don't know what all the tin and whatnot is here and is ready to go. But it just so happened with harvest going on and us trying to get things done up at the hog barn, we just didn't get enough time to kind of sort things out with our the people who are putting up the shop. So we just kind of ran out of time for this. As you can see here though, they did get all the dirt work done. We were planning on putting it up, but things just didn't happen. They were going to dig the footings for the concrete, but it ended up in that forecast for that day it was going to rain, and you know, it did rain, so they didn't want to dig footings and then have it rain and then have there be a foot of ice in the trenches, a foot of water or ice in the trenches to have to dig that out. So we kind of all agreed, took a consensus, and just decided to put it off till spring when the ground thaws. That way we could get everything that was a higher priority done around here that we needed to get done. But at some point, well, not at some point, we will be putting up a shop, but that'll just be in the springtime. So I know it's sad, tear, but it is what it is. We had other priorities we need to focus on, and those priorities did get done. Well, one of them did. The barn was all finished, and harvest is almost done here. So other than that, I'm gonna head up to the field and meet up with them and start harvesting. It says some service is needed, so let's go here and check this off. Engine oil, transmission oil, and engine coolant. Did that before I turned it on, so we can turn that off. Service done. Bingo, bango. Now, let's get to harvesting. Oh yeah. Cruising right along. Finally caught up with the trucks. We only have one truck driver and two trucks. So, since our other driver isn't back yet, I'm going to hop in here and I'm going to take this back home and put it in the bin. Alright, I'm back to the farm. I'm going to unload this into the auger with the 560 here. A little old school. We still have augers. We don't have a nice pit we can drive over and dump into. I wish we did, but we don't, so this is our second best option. Works pretty well. So here on the farm we have 4 separate bins. We store mainly corn. There's been a few years we've stored some soybeans, but for the most part we normally store corn, since, you know, corn bushels more and and you normally plant about 50-50 as far as corn versus soybeans, but this year we just didn't plant a whole lot of corn, so all of our corn will fill the bins this year. Between these 4 bins, let's see, we got, this is 34,000 bushels, this is 20, that one is 15, and the far end one, that's our drying bin, that's 5,000. So we've got 35, 20, 55, 70, about 75,000 bushels worth of storage here on the farm. So we're getting pretty close to full with this one. This is about 2/3 full. What that 80 acres that we started with today should fill this. We have taken a couple loads to town just in case where our calculations are a little bit off. That way there is a little extra room and we don't have to put a few thousand bushels here in the other bin. So that's what's going on. That's what we got going on here with the auger and our tractor and our grain storage. I haven't really talked about that much, a whole lot. So normally we've got a 40-20. Normally we have that on the auger, but the 40-20 is having some issues with the PTO. So on rare occasions we throw the 560 on there, but for the most part the 40-20 normally does that job. All right, I got the front hopper empty on the truck. Now I'm going to pull forward and empty out the back one. Uh-oh. I'd say it's that time of night. So I got out at the end of the field and stopped and talked to my dad. I helped him dig some of the garbage out of the header. And we're going to talk and decide whether or not we want to keep going or not. But since it sounds like this is going to be the last good night to do some harvesting, I think we're going to keep going, because after tonight it's supposed to get really wet and crappy and cold. And so we were supposed to keep going longer for another day, but it turns out some people had some other things to do, and so we just kind of called her quits. But since we decided to keep going, we didn't put enough fuel in the tractors to keep going through to work late the other day. So I'm gonna run home real quick, put some fuel in this rig, that way we can keep going through the night and hopefully get this done tonight. Come and check this out. Rudolph with this nose. Look at that. Well, since I'm here fueling up, I'm going to clean that off too. Alright, I put enough fuel in just to last us through the night. Now I'm going to head back to the field and get this done. We're getting down to nitty gritty. We got about 10 acres left and it's only 8:24, so we'll definitely get this done tonight in very short order here. So we're gonna take this and wrap this up, and then that'll be harvest 18 in the books. There it is, the final pass of 2018. Here we go, we're approaching the final corn of 2018. There it is. Go team.
18 is in the books.
So since it is supposed to snow / rain / sleet / be really windy, whatever they're predicting for tomorrow, we are doing a bunch of odds and ends right now. I had about 400 bushels left in the grain cart that I couldn't fit on the other truck in the field. So I'm unloading that right now. Then we need to go get that truck. We need to empty it into that bin, which it should fit. If it doesn't, then we'll just have to leave it on that truck, and we will take that into town tomorrow. If that does fit, well, whether it doesn't fit or not, then we need to tear down that auger and that tractor, and we need to tarp everything that's got grain on it, and then we need to put everything inside. That needs to be put inside, that way it doesn't get rained on. So that is what we're doing right now. Alright, I know you can't see me, but we're gonna do some quick rearranging. You can't tell, but right here's the quad, our 550. I'm gonna put this inside the shed. We're also going to unload that last load of corn. They're gonna unload that, and then we're gonna unhook the auger. Let's see. There's some light. Then we're gonna unhook the auger, put the 560 away, take the 335 off the grain cart, put that away. The only thing that's going to be sitting out then would be the 220, because that's hooked up to that ripper. And then we already unhooked the combine head and put the combine away, so we're good to go there. Since we're not going to be doing any more tillage, come over here and shut the batteries off. That's about all we got to do to that to store it for the winter. I get the fun job of climbing up the bin and checking to see how full it is. Go me. So we don't have a whole lot left going on. We just got to empty that truck. We're going to pull the grain cart right behind the combine here, and we're going to unhook that. And we're going to take the 335 and we're going to park that in the shed. Then we're going to tear down the auger, put that back in the trees where it goes, put the 560 away, and I think that's it. I think we might take the 220 off that ripper just because it's really easy to unhook, and that way we can just have that inside and it won't get rained on, be out of the elements. So other than that, harvest is done. We'll have a few odds and ends to do. I know we got to go through the combine, do a bunch of stuff on there and clean that out, you know, get that ready to be put away. Everything else is pretty self-explanatory to be stowed away. This is already done. All I have to do is turn off the battery. That's all we got to do with that. 335, you don't have to do much. We'll run through that since we used that quite a bit this fall. Just make sure everything's intact. Unhook the batteries on that, put that away. But for the most part, we're done. Harvest 18 is in the books. So, at some point in the future, I know I keep saying at some point, and some point never comes, but I promise I will go up to the barn and I will take you through that and walk you through that and show you what that's like, because I'm pretty impressed myself. I think it's really cool, and I think if you're interested in it, I think you'll like it. So I will do a tour of that whole place. It'll probably be a really long video, so you'll have to bear with me, but it'll be cool. You'll like it. So until next time, remember, if you haven't subscribed already, subscribe. Turn your notifications on, so every time I post a video you get a notification and you can watch and enjoy. So until next time, see you later.